good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everyone all over the world. This is Mr. L. This is Miss
KK.
This Mr.
Controversial, but I ain't no mister.
Welcome everybody to the 2045 show. Today's first topic is the Premier League.
Just like Miss KK said, just like how she's hot, just like how Mr. Controversial is stinging, and just like me, Mr. L, it is heating up in the Premier League. Look, it's now a three-horse race because Tottenham and Aston Villa got sent to eat hot dogs. What are your thoughts, Mr. Controversial?
Sent to eat hot dogs.
False.
Well, that's a very mild way of putting it. But yes, they were never really in the race. Now, who's really going at it? Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City. And the race is heating up. Somebody dropped points today, but hey, it is what it is. It's part of the game. But the other two are red hot. And they're red. So, there's that. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on the Premier League is this. Before I give you my thoughts, Miss KK, what are your thoughts on the Premier League, Miss KK? What do you think? Manchester City, Liverpool, or Arsenal?
Liverpool.
Ah, you hear the ladies' thoughts, everybody? Have some blood. So, the Premier League is heating up. Liverpool, I believe, is 5 points ahead. Manchester City dropped points against Chelsea yesterday, 1-1. And Arsenal, 11 goals, 2 games. Even though they played 2 dead team blood, dead food. These guys, over to you again, Mr. Controversial.
Listen, those teams might have been but I mean, if you really look into it, their last 3 games, they've just been on fire. Fire. Okay. It's heating up over here, man. Like I said, it's the 2 red teams. They're going at it. So let's just see how this all unfolds. But I do have to say, Arsenal in great form. Let's see how long this lasts.
All right, for our second topic of the day, we are going to stick with the Premier League, and we are going to be talking about simple Manchester United. In the mud, still in the mud, not in the mud. What are your thoughts? Before we even get started, we are going to ask Miss KK for the scores for Manchester United today. Manchester United v Luton Town going on right now, everybody. By the time you see this video, the scores might be done. The game might be done. Over to you.
Via Luton 1 and Manchester United 2.
2-1. Your thoughts, Mr. Controversial.
Listen, this Hoyland guy doesn't seem to be an off-brand Holland anymore.
Yo, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
I mean, look, we're looking at Holland. He's probably like what, the big time Walmart brand, and we were looking at Holland. He was probably like Aldi brand. But now it seemed like this striker's really coming into his own. He's 2 stunning goals out of nowhere in the first 7 minutes. So it just goes to show that maybe sometimes it just takes a little time. That's all I gotta say.
Miss KK, who you think is gonna win the match between Luton Town and Manchester United?
Luton Town.
She has no faith in Manchester United, anybody.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
But that's our score prediction. That's a good one. Hey, you know what? I have no problem with that. That's a great gesture. Manchester United has won, been has been unbeaten in the last 5. Now, the last match they won was beating Villa beating Aston Villa, which has now dropped off, as I said, everybody. We're not going to even talk about them or Tottenham or anybody else. But Manchester United today is putting on a great performance. And here, Miss KK said, it's still 64 minutes as we speak. But Miss KK is putting her money on Luton Town. I am putting my money on Miss KK, so have some of that blood. Now, get your bags packed. The shuttle's outside. Bring your drinks. Bring your stuff. Bring your gal. Bring your guy. Because this is your corner. This is our corner. This is
the controversial corner
with your co-host, Mr.
Controversial,
Miss
KK,
and Mr. L. The topics for the controversial corner is, let's start with the Champions League. The defending champions, Manchester City. Put up. You know. What are your thoughts, Mr. Controversial?
Right. So, Champions League. Woof. Manchester City put 3 past Copenhagen. Who? Whatever you want to be called, blood. Listen, they weren't ready for this onslaught, clearly. And it doesn't seem like Ederson was ready for that goal either. But hey, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to just talk about the fact that it seems that Foden and De Bruyne are in stunning form. These two are just unbelievable. They remind me of Gundo and De Bruyne. So let's see what happens next. But they're certainly trying to defend their championship. So let's see.
Miss KK, what's the score for the Copenhagen Manchester City Champions League match?
Copenhagen 1 and Manchester City 3.
Thank you very much. You heard from the nice lady. Copenhagen, you got.
Boss.
And we're going to move on to topic 2. The Serie A. The Serie A. You know where it is. It's down in Mario Land. Pizzaville. And I'm not talking about New York. I'm talking about the original. Italy. Italy, blood. That Serie A look like it's been over. It is over. Inter, Lautaro, Juve, no way. AC, needs AC because that house is on fire. Over to you, Mr. Controversial, on the Serie A.
Right. So, well, you pretty much said it all there in that intro. I do gotta give it to you. But yeah, Inter Milan. Man, it seems like it's a change of the guard here, because Juve one time, the old lady was just a wrecking ball, a train. They were the Serie A, and now it seems like they can't even make it past Gear 2 because Inter Milan just keeps on taking it. So it's Inter's to lose, it seems.
Inter Milan, Lautaro Martinez, power in this team, World Cup winner, Serie A winner. Before I even say nothing,
I got one more thing to say. They're all gonna be sold, okay? They're broke. They're all gonna be sold. Back over to you, Mr. L.
Okay.
and over to you, Miss KK, with the scores from Inter Milan v Samarietta.
V Samarietta 0 and Inter Milan 4.
4-0. What did I say? God. Smashed in! Everybody.
Boss.
I told you. this one is over because the Serie A table, I can just read it out for you right now. I wouldn't even read it out for you. I am just going to ask Miss KK, who is on top of the Serie A right now?
Inter Milan,
Inter Milan. How much points they are, Miss KK?
24.
That is how much games they played. And how much points they have one more time, Miss KK?
63.
63 points. We are going to ask Miss KK to tell us who is in second place, which is the team that we tell you, the Blancanieres, Juventus blood. Excuse me for saying it. Hope I said it right. Miss KK, which team is in second place?
Juventus,
How much points do they have, Miss KK?
54.
That tells you this league is over, because we're not even going to read third. By the way, just to wrap it up on third place, I told you the fire of the AC Milan house was going, that they need AC in that place. Who is third, Miss KK, please and thank you very much?
AC Milan,
How much points do they have, Miss KK?
52.
Game, set, match. Even though this ain't tennis, nor Mario Kart, nor whatever sport that individual play, this is over. But for the final topic of the controversial corner, we have to go to the German Bundesliga. And we got to talk about what is going on with Farmers League number 1. Has it been taken over? Have the hogs raided the farm? And no disrespect to Bayern Leverkusen, but you guys will be labeled as the hogs, just so you know. Are the rabbits eating the carrots? Huh? Are the deers eating the vegetables? How you want to call it? How you want to say it? Bayern Munich right now is in the mud. They lost to Lazio in the Champions League. Miss KK, today they are playing Bochum, right? In the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich, Bochum, right? Please, Miss KK, tell us the scores of Bochum, Bayern Munich. Thank you very much.
Bochum, 2, and Bayern Munich, 1.
Yeah, but Tottenham is the history of the Tottenham.
You hear that from the Miss KK? Over to you, Mr. Controversial.
Well, it's not the Bayern Bundesliga anymore. It's actually the German Bundesliga. That's... something feels weird.
What was that?
Well, here we go.
Now, I have a question for you and a question for Miss KK. Kingsley Coleman every year has won a trophy. Hurricane every year has not won a trophy. Whose record is going to be broken first? Hurricane trophyless season or Kingsley Coleman not winning a trophy? Whose side are you on? Kingsley Coleman? Hurricane? Your thoughts?
Hurricane,
Hurricane, she's set to break the duck, everybody. What are your thoughts, Mr. Controversial?
Well, Miss KK, I'm glad that you are very hopeful, but I'll tell you right now. Hurricane strikes again.
That is disgusting.
No trophy, blood. No trophy.
So, that is 2 of the 3 co-hosts letting you know, and I'm sitting right on the fence. But I ain't sitting on no fence. I'm going with my hosts, Hurricane, and Eric. Used to play for Spurs. Eric, useful Dyer. Hope you read into that one, blood. It's sad to say. I know you're tipsy. I know you're drunk. But I will ask Miss KK to dismiss us from the
controversial corner.
Thank you for coming on the show. We still have the third topic in line. It looks like we're squishing Miss KK, but I am giving her space. because this one is about Farmers League number 2, which will be no Farmers League anymore because the farmer is taking his farm straight to Spain, it seems like, everybody. But I don't know. He could be heading to Germany to plant his roots, his yam, his pumpkin, and his bananas in the first, you know what league, everybody. You know the league also. This is about Mr. Kylian Mbappe. Your thoughts before I ask you, Mr. Controversial. I am gonna ask the lovely Miss KK to answer this question. Do you think Kylian Mbappe is gonna stay with his team now, or he is going to leave? Stay or leave? Your thoughts?
Stay.
She said he's gonna stay for 70 mil a year. Man, I say hang out. Your thoughts, Mr. Controversial?
Well, seems that Miss KK, we just on the opposite sides of the fence, because I'll let you know right now, he is not staying this year. Now, will he go to the team that's been hunting him since he was 14? We don't really know. But all I can tell you is there's still a chance that he might go to Liverpool. Even a lesser chance that he might go to Arsenal. All right, let's be honest. There's no chance he's going to Arsenal, guys. Ain't no way he's going to London, blood. But there's a chance that he still might end up on the Merseyside. But we'll see. For right now, for sure, seems as if he will be the new face for Real Madrid. Stay tuned this summer, guys. We'll be here covering it every step of the way.
Here we go. Because you need to know the scores. Miss KK, what is the game between
Nats and PSG.
What are the scores, Miss KK?
Nats 0 and PSG 2.
Also, you heard that? What is this, Miss KK? We want to tell them a special thing about the scores.
Mbappe scored penalty.
Ding dong. Doorbell is ringing. Here we gone, everybody. Now, over to you again, Mr. Controversial.
You got hats off. Hats off. Hats off. Mbappe, he is the best player in the world. Granted, it is the French Farmers League, but he just don't miss. And again, you heard it here first, guys. He's going to Real Madrid. So
that's from Mr. Controversial. We haven't made a choice yet. We know where he's going, but we won't tell you yet until it's time. Just tune in for our thoughts. But before we go, we are going to let Miss KK close the show. Thank you, everybody, for coming on
The 2045 show.
This is Mr. L. This is Miss.
KK.
This is Mr.
controversial.
Have a great evening.